Hey everybody, do you have a great story idea to pitch the media? This is step 2 of 4 of how do you figure out if you really do have a good enough story idea to pitch traditional media outlets. I'm talking about TV, print, and radio. It is so important to build your traditional media presence, to build your credibility, to push forward in your social media platforms. So this, of course, is for all of the mompreneurs out there, the solopreneurs, the entrepreneurs, the small business owners, the bloggers, the podcasters, anybody who is a content creator trying to push their ideas forward into this world. It is so important to create that media ecosystem of sorts with both traditional feeding the social again. And that is how you build the best credibility possible in this new media world that we live in. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michelle Burdo. I am a former television news anchor, and now I'm a small business owner, just like you. I teach small business owners how to look good and sound good on camera. And for those of you who are watching this on Facebook, thank you so much. Make sure you like the page while you're here. We would appreciate that ever so much. Or you're watching this on our website, which is michelleburdo.com. And that is really important to remember, michelleburdo.com, because there you'll be able to sign up for our free media tips. And what I've been doing with each one of these videos is giving you something extra, a supplemental piece of information to help guide you through this process that could be a little daunting at first, just like every other new skill that you're acquiring as a small business owner. So last week we were talking about why would this story help people, right? And I had you open up that Word document and we were talking about, does it really hone in on the television viewer? And I gave you a supplement on a really bad story idea and we just tweaked it ever so slightly and then it became an exclusive. So now in step 2 of this process, I'm asking you, why now? Why would a news producer want to air your story idea now, today, not yesterday, not in 2 weeks from now, but now? It is ever so important because without a news peg, you won't have a story. Let me say that again. No news peg, no story. What's a news peg, Michelle? A news peg is something that is timely, unique, and local, and specifically we are talking about this time, timely. What makes your idea relevant? What can you attach it to going on in current events that could give your story some legs, a news peg for news producers to sink their teeth into? So for your supplement this week, I developed for you an editorial calendar to really get your juices flowing and to have you realize that there are so many different ideas already on the table that are just waiting for you to pick up and run with that opportunity. All right, time for some examples. So I wanted to make sure that I really honed in on a couple of different industries this time around. In our last video, we were talking about financial planners, and I'm gonna add on the healthcare industry too. So with this concept of why now, let's run through that financial planner example again. So for instance, we are obviously, there you go, in the middle of holiday season. You see my decor around you. I should be Vanna White. If you are a financial planner, yes, you should be talking about ways to make sure that I stay on budget this holiday season. Let's fast forward to January, and you could show me all the ways of how to shape up my budget because I didn't follow what you said back in December. In April, you could tell me about some ideas of ways that I could save on taxes, something that I don't know yet, maybe a capital improvement that I would qualify for my taxes that I wouldn't know offhand. And in June, July, how about a mid-year personal finance checkup? What questions should I be asking myself during those months to really make sure that I'm doing everything I can throughout the year to push my family's efforts forward financially in the last 6 months to come? What did I just do there? What did I do there? I developed an editorial calendar just for you, Mr. or Mrs. Financial Planner. That's how easy this is. I know we were getting a lot of questions about healthcare industry professionals that are a part of this community. Thank you so much for being here and learning from my passion. Some questions that could be relevant to you is what's going to happen with the Affordable Care Act? January 20th. Guaranteed, we are getting a new president of the United States, and there are changes that will be coming to the Affordable Care Act. Can you be the voice that is trustworthy, clear, and concise to describe all of the changes that we could potentially see? Do you know how to speak in sound bites? Do you have clear messages that you could be the leader of that field in the media? The opportunity is there. Everybody knows it's going to happen. Are you the one that's going to be prepared? I certainly want to make sure that you are prepared, and that is why I put together that editorial calendar for you. Again, it's michelleburdo.com, M-I-C-H-E-L-L-E, B as in boy, U-R, D as in David, O as in Oscar. Please make sure that if you have friends, family, loved ones who are trying to make it as a small business owner, that you share this information with them. It is my passion to share everything media with you. I want to pull back the curtain of what happens in newsrooms to make sure that you know that you can do this. You could write a pitch and be on air. And by the way, this goes hand in hand with developing your own editorial content for your blog and for your podcast. See how much it's your Christmas present or holiday present for you, wrapped up in a nice little bow. This is how we feed each other content. As a news journalist, it is our job to provide you, the television viewer, with information. That's it. That is our only job. If we do it in an entertaining way, kudos to us. But our sole focus is to not persuade you, unlike what some people would say is happening now in the news media. Our job is to give you information. And so I am telling you that. So when you pitch these ideas to the media, you remember that you are trying to help people, step number one, in a relevant, timely, and unique manner. See how I pulled that all together for you? No news peg, no story. The definition of a news peg: timely, unique, local. No news peg, no story. So what do you do from here? You're opening up your Word document and you have step one there. I want you to write step two, why now? That is the question that you need to answer in this step. If you are able to look back at your original idea, you know for sure that it helps people, right? Because that was step one. Now I want you to make sure that it is clear as day why your story is relevant right now. If it is, yay, you are ready for step three, which is coming out next week. But if you're not, make sure that you sign up for our free media tips, because I promise you that that editorial calendar is calendar gold. It is the same calendar that is used in newsrooms. It has story ideas that are already there. Something that you may not realize that a wise professor, that when I was getting my graduate degree in broadcast journalism, said to me one time, and it stuck with me, that news, Michelle, is 90% planned, 10% breaking. What does that mean for you? Oh, my sick baby boy woke up. So that means that I leave you with this. An editorial calendar will pinpoint your opportunities that are available to you. MichelleBurdo.com to get that Word document for you, or to get the PDF and the editorial calendar. And if you need help, open up that Word document, write why now, and answer it. And if you can, I will see you next week. If you can't, just leave me a question at MichelleBurdo.com. Say bye, Dylan.
Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.